Hey guys, so this is part 2 of, Dragonborn's Helmet. If you'd like to see how I got to this stage, there's a short time-lapse video of the drawing portion in part 1. I think it's the second video, or it is the second video. I approached this drawing differently than what I'm used to. I like to work throughout the page, but I decide to work my way up from the bottom. I'm still trying to find the range and value. That is why I started with the shirt and then blocked in the center with my darkest value. I'm basically telling myself that this is the darkest I want to go without using black, so I'm blocking in the area and blending it throughout. I'm filling the whole area in and not working around them, working on the right pad. Here I know that it's metal, so I don't want to add much value to it. I'm just drawing in the design and the cracked portions. Like the outfit, I'm starting with the center first because I know that this is the darkest area of the neck. This is where it gets kind of weird. Every time I lean back, the camera catches the sun and it gets warmer. So it goes on to get, warm and cool for like a minute or so in this video, so just bear with me. Well, moving on, I'm working on the chin. I thought that this was challenging because, I'm blocking in the chin with knowing that there would be like a 5 o'clock shadow. So I'm just trying to see how I can put enough there for now without, worrying about the hairs. So I think that's enough and start working on the helmet. With the same value, I'm starting to work on the center of the helmet. Again, it's the darkest part, so using the rest of the picture as a guideline for value, I'm trying to shade accordingly. Working around the eyes, and I'm going to leave the side of the helmet white. This is because the reflective light is hitting the sides. Now I'm working on the other side, doing the same thing as I did in the first side. After blocking in the darkest value, I'm going to use a lighter value and cover the helmet. I didn't want to go too dark, so I would rather block in the whole thing and just slowly build it up. Now this is one of the reasons I wanted to draw this helmet. I mean, this helmet has a story. This guy's been through a lot, fighting bandits and slaying dragons. I just like how this helmet is all scratched up, so I really enjoyed doing this detail. Now I'm trying to place the shadows and build a helmet so that the horns look like they are part of the helmet. I'm going back to the areas where it seems to be a little light. I mean, for me it was the straps, so I'm going back and reworking those areas. And that's the thing with markers. It looks a lot darker than it actually will be because the paper is still wet with the marker ink. Once it starts drying, it slowly fades, and I use that as an advantage because you're slowly adding more and more information to the drawing as you go on. When I'm done with that, I go back to the helmet. I'm going to leave the top of the helmet alone because this is where the helmet is like the shiniest. So I'm just dabbing the marker tip so that I can get that texture where, like a blacksmith is pounding to form a shape, going in with different values and just blend it in. I'm starting to add value to the background so that it would help the helmet shine. I want to make the areas that are next to white a little darker so that the white area looks even brighter, if that even makes any sense. I also thought that, this would be more interesting to add some background when compared to what I had before. After that, I'm coming in to start doing the final details with my white and black Prismacolor pencils. You know, sharpening lines, softening lines, making areas lighter, making areas dark, all depending on what I think should be adjusted. And the one thing I forgot to mention is, go ahead and take your breaks. It gives your eyes a refreshing view of what you've been working on when you come back to your work. Like things might not be how you wanted them to be, or what you intended them to be, or it is everything you intended. You know, I mean, for me, I'm always finding areas I need to fix because they are a little lighter or darker than I first thought. So remember to take your breaks when you need to. Going back, I'm starting to add the details that I've saved for last, little highlights from the costume, the scratches from the helmet, and don't worry if your white prisma is not showing up. You can use the white paint to cover it up. I use gouache, but you can use, I think you can use acrylic. Um, so I'm going to let this video run. I want to say thank you to whoever's watching this video, all 5 of you. And if you like the work, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to thumbs up. Well, I'll be uploading another one soon, so until then, take care.